Everybody like the way things sound? You guys like the way things sound?
Testing. Sounding good?
Sweet. Alright.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. We've talked about having Cox on for a while. So.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's crazy because he's late to the podcast. We invite him into our home to be on our podcast, and we have, for the last 20 minutes, had to be like, Cox! The podcast is in here!
I feel like we gotta back this up for a second because originally I was supposed to be on this podcast maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. The morning of the podcast, some nurse pulls out of whatever the hell it's called, the Mercy Hospital on Sunshine, and I smash into her car. It's her fault, but my car is totaled. I was supposed to be at Coyote Adobe's with you guys doing a podcast later that night, and ever since then I was thinking, all right, that was my opportunity, and I haven't had a day since.
Blew it.
You blew it!
I'm never being invited back.
I blew my audition.
That's it. The load blown. It's over. I'm premature, and my future is no more. But here I am, and here we go.
Yeah, here we go, dude.
This is like a redemption story, you know.
Yeah, this is actually a redemption story for Grant too. First time that Grant has been on the Purvcast in like a long time, probably a month.
Yeah, it's been a month to 6 weeks. There was a little bit of time when we didn't even do it.
Yeah, there was probably 3 weeks.
Honestly, we had a normal cycle.
Well, we had a lot of technical issues with our equipment, and we've lost some podcasts that we did, and it was bad. So Ethan has been real diligent on getting us new equipment. We've been really updating stuff, but then of course right after we get all that going, my daughter's softball season starts.
Yeah. And
it just happens to be on the night we're supposed to record every week. So it's been a struggle, but we're getting it figured out. And as of the beginning of August, actually, that season will be over. So we may be back to our Wednesday night home.
Nice. back to the. I just want to get back to throwing them out because I don't care. I don't care if people love listening to them. They're so much fun making, dude.
I don't care if you like this or not. I like doing it, so I'm going to keep doing this. You.
Absolutely. Just accept it.
Cheers to that, man. I like that.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's the best. Little intro to...
if in doubt, shout it out.
If in doubt, shout it out. For those of you that listen to the podcast and go, I can't differentiate between who Grant is and who Ethan is.
It is so
everybody
bad.
Says that.
Yeah.
We know that's what's up.
Can I give you a recommendation from one of our listeners?
Yeah, for sure, please.
One of our listeners said, you need to have, one of you guys needs to develop for the podcast like a super country accent with like a twang.
A persona.
Yeah. And he said, and then the other guy needs to be sort of like Hood with a lot of, jargon and...
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. And so he's like, then we can tell you guys apart real easy. I'm like, okay, who's who? So I've got a new poll you should put up, okay?
Okay.
So do country and rap, okay? So like that's sort of like the two things.
So, and who's country and who's rap?
So like, and then have a vote, right? Country or rap, and then you can vote me or you in each slot. So like, I'm interested to see who people think is more country and more rap.
Dude, I'll be rap just based off of booties.
I'll take country any day.
Yeah, I'm just saying my booty, it's gonna get me. It's gonna get me rap.
If you're gonna be rap, it's gotta be Blizzy B.
Blizzy B. I'll be Blizzy B.
What about Smoky Blacks?
Smoky Blacks.
Smoky Blizzies, dude. Yo,
flavor crevices.
All day. Dude, it would be so much fun to do a segment where you just go country. I'll go hood.
Just like one segment.
Just one segment, or even 5 minutes.
So do we have to have a put on accent, or do we just have to kind of talk in that persona?
You gotta have it has to be some kind of accent because the problem is obviously voices. They're like you guys sound the same, so we have to do the accent to like differentiate who is who. Also,
I have a feeling it's still gonna sound the same.
Hold on, we're in the middle of a Cox sandwich here. I started to introduce him. This is what happens. I literally started to introduce our guest, and then Grant and I just started BSing, and that landed us at still no introduction to who that voice that didn't sound like Grant or Ethan was at the beginning of the episode. This is Justin Cox, the one, the only. Been stoked to have him on the pod for forever, and here we are, dude.
Guys, I am pumped up like the kicks of the kids on a high school playground right now. I'm not even joking. So, I have a special intro for you guys.
Give it to us.
Give it to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You can't even do it. You can't do it.
He looked at me like it was
Slaving away over a hot microphone, you've got
All right,
Ethan
Jim.
and Grant Purvis, you've got Justin Cox, and we are coming to you live from Springfield, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Purvis Personality Podcast. I'm Justin Cox.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut that and I'm gonna use that in every. I'm going to use
That's
that
pretty good.
on every episode. I think like forever.
We'll do it live
as the intro. The only thing is I just changed the name of it to the Purvcast.
Absolutely acceptable. I approve.
You want another run?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, slaving away over a hot microphone. You've got the brothers Purvis in the red corner, weighing in at 215 and 186 respectively. In the blue corner, Justin Cox coming in the buck 79. He's standing 5'11" and 3/4 inches. It's time. How's that?
For the Purvcast!
You didn't say
For the
Purvcast.
Purvcast.
Dude, that was legit. That was totally legit. Honestly, you are like doing so much better at being on your mic than everybody that we've ever had on the podcast. It's insane. You could actually probably back off of it a little bit.
I kind of
See that?
I feel like
That's you.
That's passive aggressive.
No. Look, see, that's you, and that's
You're
that's
clipping.
clipping. Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about ribbing.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Editing? What is this?
It's a post-production.
Edge
Sorry.
are clipping the same.
Who's 2 and who's 3?
I'm 3.
You're 3.
Twomp.
Am I soft?
There we go. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt
My
Cox's
heart.
flow. He's killing it, dude.
Well, Cox and I have
killing
had lots of talks about alphas and betas. I just think he's putting his alpha voice on today.
Oh gosh, he sent us a very beta text earlier, didn't he?
First off,
It was like, hey guys, I'm beta.
I want to say, all right, everyone, hear me out. So whenever someone's coming over to your house, right? You usually want to offer beer or something like that. You want to have something prepared for your guests. I don't have any alcohol in the house really, except for vodka and one Fireball shooter.
One fireball shooter. He's like, guys,
We could have shared
we're
it.
gonna have to make this stretch.
So here's the thing: either this podcast go hard on some straight Tito's, or not. So I just wanted to lay it out there that if anyone wants some beer, we might need to just bring a little beer over. I don't have one to offer. I started feeling bad about that. I'm like, god dang it. You know what? I'm going to have to go get some beer. No worries. They both showed up, and they both brought a little bit of beer. So I'm just saying, I think that I don't think I did anything wrong here, but at the same time, I did feel like a bad host.
Can I just say it wasn't even the bad host part. It was the way you said it. It was like, guys, I really don't have any beer. If you want to bring beer, that's great. But if not, you don't have to bring beer per se. You even said per se in your text message.
Is a colloquialism, and it is usable in this context.
Okay, here's what's hilarious though. I read the text and I go, oh my gosh, he is texting in podcast format. It's like he's thinking about the podcast so much that he's like texting as if you were saying it on something that's going to be recorded and published to the world. It was funny,
It's
but
producible and usable.
yeah,
Cord
pretty fruitacious, dude.
21 and over only, please.
Please bring your ID so I can.
Please drink responsibly.
Sure, acceptable to come into my.
Yeah. Please be the opposite of Jeffrey Epstein, 21 and over.
Oh my, Ethan.
Dadgummit. I'm going to cut that out. I'm actually going to mark that. That's disgusting. No, actually, no, that's a good request.
No, it is.
That's a good
Yeah, it
request,
is, yeah.
honestly.
I thought I was being a good host just by saying, look guys, I don't have it, don't usually have it in the house, but I know that some people generally might enjoy one, so if you would, kindly just pay for it and bring it over. leave the leftovers home because you should not. Every adult should know this. Let me side.
Dadgum, I got a question right here too.
If you are of a certain age, let's say you're just an adult at this point, and if you're an adult because you already know how to do this, you cannot bring over beer to someone's house drink 75% of them, and then be like, all right,
I'm going to bring my 2.5 beers home.
I'm going to go get my beer out of your fridge and take it back home.
Question.
You can't do it. For everyone listening out there that thinks you can do it, you're wrong. The correct thing
What if
to
you
do is
have done it before?
leave the rest of it. I've done it. I've done it many times. I had to learn this lesson.
Is that a social faux pas?
It's a social faux pas. You brought the beer or whatever to the other person's house. You are a guest in their home. The correct good move every time. It's just like paying for a date for a woman. If you go out on a date, pay for the freaking date. Don't make her split the bill. If she tries to, you tell her, no, I got this. If she keeps doing it, fine, let her pay her half, whatever. But it's just a wrong move if you don't. This whole 50-50 woke stuff, I'm just saying, it's not actually correct. The right thing that every woman wants is just pay for the damn meal and make her feel good. All right, it's the same thing when you go to someone's house. If you're gonna buy some
What if she makes more than you, though?
Beer.
And you know it?
Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Come on.
Absolved, or what would they say? Sustained.
Sustained.
No, sustained.
Overruled. It's
Overruled.
overruled.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I don't know.
All right.
No, I was gonna ask that question, but you totally answered it before I asked. However, I did, in the middle of you explaining that, realize that the reason you decided to explain that is because really you just want to keep 2/3 of 2 different 12-packs in your fridge whenever Grant and I decide to leave here.
I will say, when 2 12-packs arrive, there's no way we're going to drink enough of that. I will have so many beers if they leave it, but they can hear what I'm saying. It's coming through their headphones. But at the same time, in general and on principle,
And if he sounds like he has palsy, it's because he is just grrrr with his microphone.
I have it. It's like the Shake Weight commercial.
Yeah, that's exactly
Shake
what
Weight
it is,
commercial.
dude.
You know that's not about it. Losing weight or shake weight. You know what that's about. But
You know
I
what that's
digress.
about.
I will say on a personal
Practicing
level,
for a podcast.
I have gone to your house specifically, Mr. Grant Purvis. I have gone to your and your wonderful wife's home. I have brought
And seen
beer.
their shake weight.
I've known you guys for so many years. The first few years, I was so selfish and about myself that I would bring over beer and there would be 2.5 left, and I'd make sure I went and retrieved them and took them home because I needed that beer to drink alone by myself at home.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why do you think when you started bringing beer over after a while, I would just make sure that I drank the whole 6-pack?
I never had a chance to go home.
And Stacey was like, man,
never thought
why
about it.
are you drinking so much? And I'm like,
Sense.
You realize he's gonna just be a douche and take that home if I don't drink these? That's unacceptable.
So, general public, for everyone listening out there, you see what happens. You are being perceived a certain way if you take your beer home.
or wine.
Yeah. Or, yo, let me jump in on this real quick.
Jump on in.
Or
Kangaroo
food.
Jack.
I have had
Food.
friends come over before, and it's like, hey, we're having potluck style dinner. Everybody's bringing something. I'm cooking this, you're cooking that. Yo, we're throwing down. Everybody, just contribute something. And then at the end of the night, it's like this little bit of tiny little bit of food that was left that they
delicious
brought.
food you brought.
They go, yo, dude, do you have like an aluminum pan or something
Now
that
they
I
want
could
your
borrow
resources.
to take so I can take my leftovers home? And you're like, dude, that's $3 worth of food, and I'm about to give you a $7 pan. Like, I don't know. At some point, you just
That
go.
must be one heck of an aluminum foil pan.
It's overbuilt.
Oddly, I think you purchased an overpriced aluminum.
No, it's overbuilt, not overpriced.
Okay.
This is Mega 1,000 strong, dude.
I understand what you're saying, though, because at that point, you're like, my payment for cleaning up your mess that you have left all over my house and vacuuming tomorrow and sweeping up your food crumbs is that 3 ounces of meat sitting in
That's
the
his
kitchen right
freaking
now.
lunch tomorrow
Yeah.
while he drinks 2.5 beers and also lives there. Alright? So you
Exactly
need to leave
right.
the beer, you leave the pulled pork,
My lunch is
and you go home.
my lunch is an ounce of pulled pork and 2.5 beers.
And you know what? You guys got kids, so you know how it really
Hey,
goes.
you got your protein, you got your carbs.
You're not even going to get
Yeah,
that food.
true, dude.
Your wife or your kids or someone.
unless it's
I'm
Michelob
hungry.
Ultra and you don't have carbs.
Yeah. No, I'm just low on energy, dude. I've been drinking Mick Ultra. Just don't have the carbs, man.
Sorry, guys.
No, dude. No. I absolutely love it.
Welcome to Purvcast.
Yeah.
Interruption City.
Yeah,
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We've been trying to interrupt less, but I have the feeling with these 3 people, sitting right here, or maybe a few interjections, we'll call them.
Yeah, well, these 3 people, and then Grant and I haven't even like seen each other in a month.
Such a douche.
Haven't talked in a month. Haven't talked to Cox in several months. We got a lot backed up, dude. I just haven't. It's just gonna.
Yeah, man.
Trying to say
Where you been keeping yourself?
He adopted the country. No, you can't go country now. He adopted country. We need to differentiate.
I've been missing you so bad. I feel like we just need to go on down to the creek.
Bro, I've been too busy, dog. That's what's up. I've been. You know what I've been doing, dude? I've been. Shit.
I've been riding down in my pick-em-up truck with my dog in the back of my seat, in my cooler in my midsection of my front truck seat.
Midsection? What you mean?
Cox, you have to use your normal voice. Everyone knows who you are.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know that.
You didn't qualify on this.
Yeah. I tried so hard.
You don't have a twin voice.
yeah, for sure. We're shit, dude. I've been working, trying to make the family happy. Just trying to.
It still sounds country.
No, it ain't.
It's. I feel like any person that truly knows the difference between country and hood, it's like, no, man. This is what I was afraid of. I was afraid you guys were going to try and do your accents, and it's just going to come out sounding like you're from Southwest Missouri no matter what.
Okay, well, that's what's up.
Is that what is that?
No, that was just.
Is that a hybrid?
That was a mental fart. Is all that was. And really, it's not.
Stunk.
It's not so much about nailing the impression as it is differentiating for the audience between my voice and Grant's voice, because people are like, literally, people that have listened to the podcast go,